If you're trying to make your first $1 million in 2026 online, you gotta stop collecting funnels like crypto memes. My name is Shakir Hussain. I'm the founder of funnels.com. And as you probably know by now, I've generated over $30 million cash collected selling online info. And you don't need webinars, you don't need to get famous, you don't need 37 different automations. You just need one funnel to get your first 100K a month going on. And the main premise of this is to get people to come and book a phone call with you. If you can master this one simple little hack, if you can master this one simple strategy, if you can master this one big idea in your head, which is to sell anything online, to sell a high ticket program, which is anything usually over $2,000, $3,000 online, you have to get somebody to pick up the phone and have a sale with you over the phone. Okay, that doesn't mean that you need to be some sort of professional salesperson. And if you struggle with sales, just learn to embrace it. I'll do another sales training another day. But if you are someone who wants to get rich online, yesterday I had a gentleman, he was telling me he wants to get to $83,000 a month, which is basically $1 million a year, and he wants to hit it this year. And right now, he's probably making anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And as a business owner, he's asking me, what strategies and advice do I have for him? Because I can see he's like kind of all over the place. And I'm like, you need to just stick with one or two funnels, no more. And if you're making like less than 50 grand a month, you don't need to do 101 things. You need to do one thing, which is dial in what I call the phone funnel. Okay. How do you get people to get on the phone so that you can offer them your products and services? And in today's video, I want to break down the exact call funnel that I've used to generate multiple 8 figures for myself, and over 100 plus students have become millionaires following this formula. So I'm going to give you the source. I'm going to give you exactly what you need to know, what you need to hear, so that you can just run with it. This is one of those videos that you want to play over and over again. Why? Because if you can get this, it will forever transform your life. Okay, today I live a life which is insane. I get to travel around the world. I'm here living in basically my new home in Dubai. I'm going to be out here between Dubai, London, and Chicago throughout 2026. And my goal is to get to 8 figures this year. And I can tell you this right now. One of the main reasons why I'm so confident I'm going to absolutely crush it is multiple reasons, but one of them is because I just know how to convert ice cold traffic into high ticket sales. Okay, this is the skill that most people never learn, and because most people never learn this, they can never get out of their own head, right? Because they're like, oh, they can't make a sale, or they can't get to their first 10K a month, or their first 50K a month. And it's really because you haven't developed the skill set where people will trust you. That's it. Like, it's literally that. The reason why people don't buy your stuff is because no one trusts you. And the reason why they don't trust you is because they don't know you, they don't like you, and then they don't trust you. So if you can learn how to get people to know you and then like you, then naturally they trust you. And if they trust you, then they easily able to be persuaded and influenced to make a buying decision and buy your products and services. So many people will post random videos, they'll post on social media, but they don't understand the psychology that you need to have in order to convert an ice cold prospect into a high ticket customer. And so in today's video, I want to break it down. And the first thing is understanding the positioning and authority frame. And here's the big mistake most beginners make. They think like funnels are just about pages, or a sales funnel is like the secret weapon, but it's not. It's what a funnel is. It's literally a specific process that's designed to get people from not knowing who you are, getting attention and awareness at the top, and then being able to educate them so as they come down the funnel that they have no lack in trust factor up high. Today's day and age, especially in 2026, we're living in a trust recession. You can just see what's happening with all this crazy stuff with Epstein and politics and Trump. Like, no one really cares about their government anymore. No one trusts their government. And so naturally what happens is those things fall down to no one starts trusting the average business owner, or you that's you're trying to sell something. How do you get over this? How do you become so good that people can't ignore you? How do you get so good that even if you get 100 views or 500 views or 1,000 views, you can convert ice cold strangers into high ticket customers. Should take a look at this YouTube channel right now that you're watching. Just think about this. Do I have millions of followers? No, I don't even have 20,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. If you're watching this, please go like, comment, and then subscribe on this channel. Why? Because it will push it out to the algorithms. And 2026, the next 1 to 3 years, I'm really focused on bringing you guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the best content I can from my own personal experience and my clients. This is not stuff that you can just read from a book, because I have unique thinking mentality frameworks and then unique results that no one else has in the marketplace. I've generated $1 million a year. I've generated $1 million a month. I've generated $1 million in a single day in profit. Russell Brunson paid me $1.3 million cash for in a single day. I made that all profit. I sold him a domain name, if you're wondering. And no, it's not funnels.com. I still own funnels.com. Regardless, your job in business, in marketing, in sales is to do one thing. How can you move an ice cold stranger into a high ticket customer? Okay, and there's a few things that we need to do. So I'm gonna basically share with you. So first and foremost is, who are you? And I need to be able to trust you to pay you. So if you're selling anything high value, coaching services, consulting, course programs, digital masterminds, you need to understand that people won't give you any money if they don't feel like you are someone who's of authority, someone who's authentic, and someone that can help them. Okay, we are naturally drawn to people that are experts. This is why is it that I have less than 15,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, but then I've generated multiple tens of millions of dollars in cash collected? Like, how is that even possible? Like, you don't see viral videos of me doing stupid dances on TikTok and stuff, because you don't need to do that. What you need to do is identify a group of customers that you can uniquely help, and then start creating content that educates them. And through that education, I call it EBM, education-based marketing. If you can crack this code of educating your ideal prospects so that they know, like, and trust you, then you can easily attract people to give you 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, and beyond. And this is what I've mastered over the last 15 years, longer than most people have been online. So what is a call funnel? Let's go through this. A call funnel on a simple surface is basically when traffic comes in, they go through a page, and then that page converts them to do one action, which is book a phone call. Okay, the money is in getting booked calls. So let's break it down clearly for you. Okay, so this is the first stage. You got to figure out, do you want to get traffic, paid or organic? Traffic comes to your page, they book a call, and then they become a client. And most people stop here. Okay, most people think, oh my gosh, like, I've got a call funnel. People are coming into my funnel. Why are they not booking a call? Or, like, even if they book a call, why are they not qualified to give me money? And I want to share with you a handful of practices that has helped me. Okay, so first stage, first and foremost, on your opt-in page, like, you can see a classic example of one funnel right now that's making me over $100,000 a month profit. Okay, this is one. I have around 27 funnels. Some of them are private, some of them are public, but I'm going to link one down below. You can go through it, and then you can just see exactly what happens. So on stage one, this is, by the way, one of my funnels that's producing 100K a month profit. And with this, what will happen is people come in, they look at the opt-in page. It's literally either asking a question, or it's basically saying some sort of statement like, here's how I've been able to help over 100 people make 7 figures. Do you want to be next? Okay. One of the reasons why I ask questions like, are you wanting to get XYZ result without XYZ pain point, is because one of the fastest ways you influence people is by asking questions. And those questions, you want them to say yes. Okay. So for example, like, if you said to me, do you have children? Yes. Okay. Now, then you say, did you know that most kids don't learn, XYZ? I'll be much more in tune because you got my attention from the first question. Does that make sense? Now, imagine you are trying to sell a book, right? For the person that's easiest to sell is, do you enjoy reading books? Yes. Did you know that this author spent 10 years of his life traveling around the world, breaking down step by step his entire system on how to become a millionaire? And he's not done it once or twice. He's done it 12 times. By the way, that's me. Okay, my recent $1 million win, $1 million in profit, came from me literally, utilizing AI cloners. Okay, so using AI for small business owners and using AI cloners to make over $1 million profit. So now I've done seven figures 12 different times. Okay, three times I was able to scale it to 8 figures. Now my next big play is a 9 figure play, $100 million plus, God willing, inshallah. Okay, in the next 3 to 5 year play. That's my kind of big goal that I have for myself. For you, if you're trying to get to your first 30K, 50K, 100K a month, the call funnel needs to be the absolute standard. Okay, so let's go back to the opt-in page. You want to ask one or two questions that influence the people. Then you want to have a free giveaway or a free case study or a free report, a free checklist, a free video class, a free series of interviews, a free 30-minute to 45-minute, could even be up to 3 hours, something of free that's high value. When someone comes along, they're like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing, oh my gosh, like I really want this, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that I needed this. When you have this in mind, what tends to happen is you don't have to repeat yourself over and over again. So for example, if I meet someone and they say to me, what do you do, and I talk about funnels, and they don't understand like who Russell Brunson is. They don't know Alex Samosi. They don't know Tony Robbins. They don't know Grant Cardone. They don't know like what a sales funnel is. I'll just tell them, hey, just go to funnels.com and just watch the video. There's a video there and it walks you through my 4-step methodology and my formula. And if you watch that, then what will happen is it will break down everything that you need. And so by me doing that, I don't have to sell one-to-one, right? So when I'm running ads, guess where I'm sending that traffic to? A majority of my traffic goes to this page on funnels.com/class. Why? Because I'm giving away a free class. It's about 25 minutes, I think, or 45 minutes. No, it's not 45 minutes. I split test. I'm an experimenter. Like, this is what I learned from one of my mentors who's done hundreds of millions of dollars. He said, just look at all marketing as experiments. Most of the stuff that you do won't work out. And then the things that do work out, just double down on it. And so if you see on my funnels.com/class, when you're going through my funnel, you'll see me breaking down a 4-step methodology. And this is where you can come up with your own methodology that positions you as a unique you. All right. So it positions you as the go-to expert, as the go-to authority, as the go-to credible person that people can know, like, and trust, specifically from watching this video. And once they watch this video, they can build trust with you. So what do you cover in this video? You cover stuff like who you are, what you do, what your unique methodology is, any people that you've helped. Ideally, you want to have 3 to 5 testimonials, videos, text-based testimonials. If you don't have 3 to 5 testimonials, this is where a lot of people get it wrong. You need to go out and actually help people and get 3 to 5 people to say good things about you. Okay, obviously I'm in a position now where I've got hundreds and hundreds of people that have said good things about me. But you get to a stage in the marketplace where people just trust you because of how long you've been around. You can see my content. I've been publishing YouTube videos for the last 16 years. It's just I haven't been focused on it until now. In 2026, that's one of my main goals, is to publish as many long form videos as I can, and on IG, because I'm planning to grow the personal brand. But for the last 16 years, I've been doing online marketing. I've just been running paid ads. And there's no this, I'm not going to tell you what is right and wrong for you. I'm just telling you this is what I'm doing. So if you want to copy me, that's fine. Just copy me. Some people will say, you don't need to do, organic, just do paid. After 16 years, I'm telling you, like, one of the best things that you can do for your business and brand is to start building your personal brand. With what's happening in the world, with AI, with all sorts of crazy stuff happening, you need to build a brand where when someone comes to you, they can find you, and then they can build a relationship with you based on your stories, based on who you are. They can start to learn from you, and then they can buy from you. And so if you're not building a personal brand, just make a goal to start building it. Okay, it really doesn't matter what you look like, what you sound like, where you're from, as long as you're in front of a camera and you're spitting game, you're giving source, sharing lessons, then it's going to really help boost your credibility, your authority. And one of the best ways when you get stuck is just ask yourself, what advice could I give to my younger self? Like, I look back, and when I was like 21 years old, I got started in this industry. I wish I learned so many different things, like the business models, how to find the right mentors, what business models to avoid, what business models to get into. I wish someone was sharing this information. And so I'm 37 now. I'm in my mid 30s, and I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes. So now I want to share those lessons because it's a pull. Like if I share those lessons to the people that are younger than me and even to the people that are older than me, then they can avoid a lot of costly mistakes that I've made. Does that make sense? So I can package that up and I can call it my multi 8-figure methodology, or like if I'm selling done for you sales funnels and ads management, all of that stuff, which I do now, I can just turn around and be like, hey, this is my funnels methodology. Actually, if you go to funnels.com/methodology, there's no opt-in. You can just watch the video. You'll see exactly what I'm doing. I'm positioning myself as the authority, as a credible person. That's called a VSL. That VSL has been around for many years now. Every now and then I update it. I'm going to give you an advanced tactic that's going to help you make a lot more money without wasting any more time, which is sometimes you can just create one VSL and then you can just change the intro like 3, 4, 5 times. Does that make sense? And then another super advanced tactic that you can use is you can take that and then now you can start creating a different intro for the first 10 to 30 seconds and you can target different niches. So for example, like a niche that I can target is, hey, if you're a financial professional, if you're a CPA, if you're a financial planner, if you're an investment expert and you want to get more leads into your business, or if you're into real estate and you want to attract high quality leads, high quality real estate leads, then you need to have a funnel that will convert for you. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? Okay, is this making sense? So what we want to do is we want to have this video ideally 25 to 45 minutes in time. Sometimes you can get away with it for like 5 to 7 minutes if you're good on camera, if you've got a strong message, if you have a brand, people trust you. And one of the easiest ways to build the trust building content, which I call the trust building assets, TBA for sure. The TBA, the trust building assets, one of them is to have literally 5, 10, 20 hours of content on your expertise. Okay, how do you expect people to give you money if you aren't showing off your expertise and your credibility? And one of the fastest ways to do that is literally just to create content that breaks down who you are, what you do, how you help people. Do not worry about giving away all your information for free. Trust me. Why am I not afraid of giving all of my secrets and information away for free? Because I just know, sadly, most people won't do anything. Okay, but it's only a few people that will do something. Whilst I'm here in Dubai, a few days ago, I was on a yacht. As I was on the yacht, this yacht party, I met a tech guy who used to work for me back in the day, about 10, 12 years ago. Okay. So he was pretty young. I was pretty young. I was doing $1 million a month cash collected per month when I was around 28 years old. I had a brand called wealthacademy.com. It showed people how to quit their 9 to 5 jobs, learn how to make their first $1 million and beyond. He was the tech guy for me. I meet him now. I've seen him once or twice in London because he travels a lot, but he's been living out here in Dubai for the last 3 years. And he's done like $4 million in sales for himself. And he's now got properties and is fully financially free living out here in Dubai. But that's someone who he didn't have to leverage via sales, but like the stuff that I'm showing you here right now, which is called funnels. But he had his own version of it, which was essentially still on a website, having a funnel where people could come in and people like Grant Cardone pay him like 5, 10, even I think $20,000 a month for him to manage all of their tech stack. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because don't be afraid of giving away all of your best stuff. Okay. If you give away all of your best stuff, people will look at you and say, I like this person. I trust this person. Let me see if I pay him more money, what is he going to show me? Okay. So hopefully this makes sense to you. And then the next one I want to cover is what happens after people watch this video. Then the next stage is they got to fill out an application. And you can go for, like I said, you can go through the questions I ask people. I'm asking them who they are, what's the name, what's their social media links, what's their offer, where are they at right now, where do they want to get to? I'll ask a question like, if you are talking 12 months from now, what has to be true for us to work together and for you to feel like this was a success? And then it leads into the calendar. Okay, so when you get people to book in a calendar slot, this is so important because people forget, because they're all going through so many other people's websites and funnels. You need to have an effective show up sequence. You need to have a sequence that gets people excited to come on the call. So send out 4, 6, even 10 emails. It doesn't matter, right? Like people have booked a call, you want them to show up for the call. This is what my data shows. The more emails that you send out, the more you're going to get results. Okay, it's that simple. Sometimes, if it's like, if I'm doing a virtual event like a 3-day summit or a challenge, I'll send out like 5, 10, 20 emails. I don't care. Like, we have an entire show up sequence that we give to our clients. Obviously, those kind of things, like my SOPs for that, I can't give that out because clients pay a lot of money for that, $10,000 plus, to access those SOPs. But what I'll tell you now, if you're just sending out like one confirmation email, like the standard one that Calendly or OneSub or any of these GHL programs send, you're already missing out. So you need to have multiple emails, like at least 3 to 5 as the bare minimum. What do you put on those emails? Put in a case study, put in a free PDF, put in a indoctrination sequence, put in a link for them to watch your YouTube channel. And one of the biggest things I learned from one of my mentors who's got like 5 or 6 million subscribers on YouTube, he said, if you want someone to give you $1,000, make sure you have an hour of content that they can go through. Okay, so if they don't have that, then they won't trust you. If you want to get $10,000 out of someone, okay, whilst you're providing a great service, all that good stuff, I'm sure you do, then you got to have at least 10 hours of content. Does that make sense? If you can do this, I can promise you, every single person that you see that's making a lot of money online, this is what they have cracked. They have cracked how to indoctrinate someone, persuade them, influence them, to convert them from a ice cold person into a high-end client. And so that's what I wanted to share with you. If this is making sense, leave me a comment in the chat box. After people book a call and you've got this sequence showing up, then the next stage, what you want to do is you want to have a thank you page. And this thank you page is probably the most important, exciting, biggest mistake people make. Okay, I know this because when people come to us and they say, hey, they have low show up rates, clients aren't buying from them, people don't trust them online. It's really, one of the reasons is, even if people come through your funnel, if they can't consume 4, 6, 8 hours of your content, like, if because the person is thinking, I just booked a call, I'm going to be sold something. So they know that it's a sales call, right? Like, everyone knows if you book a call, it's a sales call, right? Like, everyone knows that. Well, here's the thing. You want to make that job way easier for the person for them to say, oh my gosh, this is the solution. So what do? After they have booked a call, have a video, have a webinar. You could have a 20-minute video, have a 1-hour video. Right now, I have 3 different videos people go through that explains my methodology, why I'm the best. I have a testimonial, super real, because I know a lot of people are still very skeptical or they've been burnt in the past. And so I want them to consume this information, right? Because if they consume this information, guess what happens on the sales call? They're easy. They lay downs. They're like, okay, you know what? I'll buy you 10 grand, 25 grand, 50K. That's how I make over 6 figures a month. Literally. I mean, I make way more than 6 figures a month, but that's how I make over 6 figures a month profit. Okay. Just from one call funnel. And so imagine if you have like multiple funnels. You have a challenge funnel, a book funnel, a webinar funnel, a automated webinar funnel. Okay. And I have all of these, but like I said, for most people watching this, you want to get to your first 20K, 50K, even 100K a month, you got to dial in the call funnel with organic videos, long form on YouTube, and then IG. And then you can throw in some, Facebook ads. If you're one of those people where you're already making like 5K to 15K per month, and you want to scale up to 30K, 50K, 100K a month, then book a call with my team. You can just literally go for the funnel, funnels.com/class. Go and experience this for yourself, and you can see how it works. And on that note, what I want you to have, and what I do as well, is I'll drop the links down below. So in the description, you can go check it out. But I have a full overview of the program that we offer, or programs. I have testimonials, I have extra videos, and I also have a range of the FAQs, like the most frequently asked questions that people will ask. And sometimes you have no idea the kind of questions people ask is like, sometimes you might think it's ridiculous. Like, literally, someone said to me the other day, what happens if I give you money and then you just run away? And I'm like, dude, I've helped like 25,000 people on the internet. I've been around for 16 years. I'm not just going to run away with your little tiny little deposit money, okay, or whatever. And so how do you overcome that so you don't have to answer those questions? Just come up with the top FAQ. Literally, this is what I did. You take the last 3 to 5 sales calls or client communications that you've had, you put it into ChatGPT, into AI, and then you ask AI to come up with all the list of objections. And then you can take those objections and you can make 1 2 minute videos or just have one long video. Okay, so like right now I have probably like 10 15 FAQs. Like people ask questions like, if I buy your service, how much money do I need for ads? Then I'll say, hey, if you're just starting out, you need at least $1,000 a month for ads. All of these things, you just overcome their objections. Why? Because this gets them excited when they get on a call with you. I had a recent client who came in, bought my Done For You funnels, and then bought one of my video editing services that we provide on the back end, which is a monthly service for business owners. And he's making a couple $100,000 a month. He wants to grow it. And one of the first things he said is, he said, wow, when I went through your call funnel and I saw how everything was structured, I just knew you are my guy. Okay, so I didn't have to convince him for hours on end. This is how you save time, by having a system that walks people through in an elegant manner. Okay, so first stage, step 1 is you have to have an opt-in page that targets 1 to 2 problems that your customers have. And the biggest thing I found that gets highest opt-in rates is literally just curiosity, like just saying, hey, my XYZ methodology will help you achieve XYZ without boom. So if I was selling funnels, I would say, hey, my 4-step funnels methodology gets you high ticket clients without you doing phone sales. Okay, something along those lines, whether they're, or without spending a huge fortune on ads. So that's step 1. Step 2 is having at least a 25-50 minute VSL, a video sales letter that will convince your ideal prospects and turn them from strangers into customers. And then the third stage is having a calendar link with a show up sequence that encourages people to show up for the call and gets them excited. So people actually show up, because right now, most business owners that I speak to, they get like a 40 to 70% non-shows. Like even if people book a call, people don't show up for these calls. So how do you get over that? You get over that by exactly what I'm sharing in this video. And the last stage is obviously stage 4, having a full authority funnel built out on the back end, on the thank you page. So it's like the people are watching you if you've been featured on press, if you have other videos, if you have testimonials, if you have extra long form videos people can tap into, if you have social media links. Like I have a Facebook group with over 20,000 members, right? And so I put a link into that, and it's hard for you not to trust me because obviously 20,000 other people have joined my Facebook group. So if you add in all of these small little, I call them tiny hinges that swing the big doors. This is the tiny hinges that swing big profit levers. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to go check out the funnel that I have down below. I'll include a couple of links to the different funnels, and I will see you in the next video. Peace from Dubai. Backpack Millionaire. I'm out.